The Rookie has given us some of the most unforgettable episodes on TV, but it has also delivered a few that left fans disappointed, confused, or even angry. In this video, we're diving into most loved versus most hated episodes of The Rookie, A Deadly Secret versus Under Siege. Season 7 gave us one episode that many fans still call the worst. A Deadly Secret sounded exciting at first, but when it aired, it left people confused and upset. It was filmed like a crime show with interviews and slow shots that killed the pace. A character who had been gone for a long time was brought back, but it did not feel special. What hurt most was how the story played with Tim and Lucy. Their bond is the soul of the show, but here it was turned into fake drama. It didn't feel natural, and that broke the magic. No wonder the episode got one of the lowest scores ever, and that's why people felt let down. Now, if we talk about season 5 and the finale, Under Siege, this one showed the Rookie at its best. Right from the start, danger hits hard. Masked men attack LAPD officers, and nobody feels safe. Nolan, Bailey, Harper, James, none of them was safe. This terror felt real, and even a fan can feel it. But it's not just guns and fights. The story also hits deep with emotion. The team looked broken, but still stood tall. Every moment felt alive. By the end, it left fans shocked and out of breath. It was a finale that actually earned the audience appreciation, where A Deadly Secret fell flat. Under Siege gave fans the thrill they wanted and earned every bit of love it got. The Hunt versus Threshold. Season 2 closed with The Hunt, and fans expected a big finish. It had Rosalind Dyer back, the villain everyone loved to hate, but the episode did not land the way it should. The story felt rushed, plots were crammed together, the tension never really built up. By the time it ended, the payoff was weak. All the right pieces were there for a strong finale, but they were not used well. Fans wanted something exciting instead. They got a finale that fell flat. Then came season 3 with Threshold, and this time, the show delivered. This finale gave fans everything they wanted. The writing was sharp, the action felt real, the emotions cut deep. Every character had a place in the story, and nothing felt wasted. The balance between thrilling scenes and quiet moments was perfect. When it ended, the story came together in a way that felt justified. Fans loved it because it showed how good The Rookie is when it focuses on strong stories and the people in them. It was not just another episode, it was a proper ending that lifted the whole season. Where The Hunt missed the mark, Threshold proved how powerful the show can be when it gets things right. Enervo vs Standoff. Season 4 gave us Enervo, and it was not what fans hoped for. It was made as the second part of a setup for The Rookie, Feds. That alone pulled the focus away from the main cast. Fans wanted to see Nolan, Chen, Bradford, Lopez, and Gray, but the showrunners kept introducing new faces, and that's why it didn't even feel like The Rookie. It felt more like a test for another show. The scale of the plot was big but loose. The action was loud and busy, but there was no real heart behind it. Fans kept watching because they care about the core team. Here, they were pushed aside. That change made the whole thing feel cold. By the end, it was flat. Viewers walked away with more frustration than excitement. Now compare that with season 1's Standoff. This episode showed the series at its best. The setup was simple but so sharp. Cole Midas went after Monica, a pregnant woman tied to the case. Tim and Lucy ended up locked in her apartment with the threat closing in. The danger was tight and brutal. It forced Tim to face old scars from the man who once shot his wife. It pushed Lucy to step up with real courage and heart. The labor scene raised the tension even higher, turning fear into pure chaos, yet it stayed grounded and real. By the end, you knew these characters better. You felt their pain and the weight of their badge. That mix of danger and emotion made Standoff one of the episodes fans will never forget. Real crime versus time of death. Season 4 gave us real crime, and many fans were not happy. The episode used the true crime style again, and people were already tired of it. This time the story went into Aaron's past. It showed how he was once blamed for killing his best friend and how that scar never left him. On paper, that sounds strong, but the way the episode was made took away the impact. The flow was off, the pacing jumped around. Too much focus was on fake stage scenes instead of the real heart of the show. Fans said it was the best of the documentary style episodes, but even then it was not good enough. The Rookie is known for being sharp and emotional. This episode did not hit that mark. Now look back at season 1 with Time of Death. This is the kind of story fans wanted. Nolan had to deal with the weight of a self-defense shooting. The case was tense and the stakes were high, but what made it powerful was his struggle inside. You could see his guilt, you could feel his fear. He doubted himself, he second-guessed every move, and it all felt real. The show never slowed down, but still gave space for emotion. By the end, you understood Nolan better as a cop and as a man. It was raw, tense, and human. That balance of danger and heart made Time of Death one of the best episodes of the entire season. The Collar vs. Green Light, Season 5, Episode 8, The Collar, was one of those episodes that just didn't sit right with fans. Instead of giving us the kind of tense and grounded story that The Rookie is known for, this episode introduced a villain that felt like he was pulled out of a cartoon series. It didn't match the mood the show had built over time, and the whole thing felt off. It tried to lean on drama, but the more you watched it, the more it felt silly. That shift pulled people out of the story. Fans could not take the threat seriously, and when that happens, the emotional pull is gone. It is remembered as one of the weakest episodes in the later seasons because the balance between real danger and forced drama was completely lost. Now, if you look at Season 1, Episode 16, Green Light, it feels like the opposite in every way. This was one of the early episodes where the show proved how dark it could really get. Nolan being directly targeted by a gang brought in a level of fear and danger that hit hard. Nothing felt over the top or fake. The threat was real. The tension carried through from beginning to end, and you could feel the weight on Nolan as a rookie. It was a clear reminder that every single call could be the one that changes everything. That raw intensity and grounded storytelling made Green Light one of the best episodes of the entire first season, and a perfect example of why people fell in love with the show. Double Trouble vs. Amber. In Double Trouble, the idea sounded like it could give us one of the most intense stories of the season. A doppelganger showing up should have created fear, mystery, and a sense of danger, but instead of pulling viewers into that kind of dark, intense mood, the story went in the opposite direction. The episode leaned too much into comedy, with scenes that played out more like jokes than real danger. Instead of pulling the audience into suspense, it threw the characters into situations that felt overdone and unrealistic. What could have been a tense and gripping case turned into something that felt like a parody. The serious tone slipped away, and instead of worrying about what would happen next, fans were left rolling their eyes at how awkward and out of place the whole thing felt. Now compare that to Amber. This episode went back to the roots of what makes The Rookie so strong. The story was about a kidnapping, and it was handled in a serious and emotional way. The pacing felt urgent, and the tension stayed high from start to finish. The characters reacted in ways that felt real, showing fear, anger, and determination as the clock kept ticking. Every choice, every emotion, and every move mattered. The team worked together in a natural way, and the stakes kept rising. It pulled the audience in because it felt like something that could happen in real life. It was grounded, gripping, and powerful. That is why fans praised it so much. Well guys, that's all for today. We'll be back soon with another The Rookie recap. Until then, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon for more updates.